Have you ever wondered what happens when you grow old and find yourself completely alone? Not just alone for an afternoon, but waking up to an empty house, eating your meals in silence, and going to bed without a single word exchanged all day. It's a reality many face, yet few discuss until it's upon them. In this video, we'll explore 4 essential habits, rooted in real-life experience and psychological research, that can transform solitude into a meaningful, fulfilling chapter of life. Stay with us until the end, because the final tip could completely change how you view living alone in your later years, offering a powerful perspective that has helped countless seniors not just survive, but thrive. Before we begin, I would appreciate it if you like this video, you can help me continue to spread the old age lesson. If you haven't subscribed yet, I recommend you subscribe and turn on the bell so you don't miss any videos. If you like this video, please comment number 1. If you don't like it, comment number 0 to let me know, so I can make a better video for you. Now let's get started. Number 1. A steady daily routine. As we age, particularly when living alone, one of the first aspects of life to erode is our sense of time. Without the regular comings and goings of family, friends, or colleagues, and a schedule filled with appointments or social engagements, the boundaries between days can blur. You might find yourself eating breakfast at 2 p.m., lingering in pajamas until evening, or struggling to recall whether it's Tuesday or Thursday. At first, this lack of structure might feel liberating, freedom from the demands of a rigid schedule. However, over time, this disorientation can subtly undermine your mental clarity, emotional stability, and overall well-being. The absence of routine can lead to feelings of aimlessness, making it harder to find motivation or maintain a sense of purpose. To counter this, one of the most effective strategies is to establish a consistent daily routine, one that is simple, flexible, and tailored to your needs. This doesn't mean creating a rigid timetable packed with tasks, but rather designing a gentle framework that gives your day a clear beginning, middle, and end. Start with small, intentional habits. Waking up at a consistent time each morning, even if it's just to sit by a window with a cup of tea. Take a moment to wash your face, brush your teeth, and change into fresh clothes, even if you're not expecting visitors. These small acts signal to your brain that the day has begun with purpose. Prepare a balanced breakfast, perhaps setting the table with care to make the moment feel special. Dedicate specific times for activities that nourish your body and soul. Whether it's a short walk, reading a chapter of a book, tending to a garden, or simply sitting outside to feel the breeze. In the evening, establish rituals that help you wind down, such as eating dinner at a set time, perhaps followed by a favorite activity like listening to music or journaling. Turning off the lights at a reasonable hour helps regulate your sleep cycle, which is critical for both physical and mental health. The goal of a routine isn't to fill your day with busyness, but to provide a predictable rhythm that your mind and body can rely on. This structure becomes especially vital when your environment is quieter and your social circle has naturally contracted with age. A routine acts as an anchor, offering a sense of order and calm that can prevent feelings of drift or disconnection. Psychological research supports the importance of routine for mental health. Humans are inherently rhythmic creatures, and this need for rhythm becomes even more pronounced as we age. Regular routines help regulate circadian rhythms, which in turn improve sleep quality, reduce anxiety, and support cognitive function. For instance, consistent meal times can stabilize blood sugar levels, aiding digestion and energy levels, while predictable sleep schedules enhance memory consolidation and emotional resilience. Consider the story of Walter, an 81-year-old widower who, after losing his wife of 50 years, found himself adrift in a haze of unstructured days. He stopped keeping track of time, and the lack of routine left him feeling disoriented and detached. But by committing to a simple daily rhythm, making his bed each morning, opening the curtains, and brewing coffee at 8 a.m., he began to reclaim a sense of control. Over time, he added small rituals like a morning walk to the park and an evening cup of chamomile tea while listening to the radio. These habits didn't erase his grief, but they gave his days shape and meaning, helping him rediscover moments of peace and clarity. For those living alone, a routine is more than a schedule. It's a form of quiet self-care that fosters resilience. It's about creating a rhythm that feels personal and sustainable, whether that means scheduling a daily phone call with a friend, watering plants at noon, or setting aside time to reflect on the day. Even in solitude, a steady routine ensures that time doesn't slip away unnoticed. It's a powerful tool to protect your mental and emotional health, reminding you that each day is an opportunity to live with intention, no matter how quiet your surroundings may be. If you are still watching this video and finding these lessons useful, please comment number 1 below to let me know that you are still watching this video with me. Thank you for your valuable time. Number 2, gentle movement for a stronger body and clearer mind. As we grow older, particularly when living alone, life can become strikingly sedentary. Without the natural prompts of a busy household or workplace, days can pass with minimal physical activity. Moving from bed to a favorite armchair, to the kitchen, and back again. Hours blend into days, and this lack of movement can take a toll on your body and mind. Over time, you might notice stiffness in your back, aching joints, or a decline in balance and strength. Simple tasks like standing up from a chair or carrying groceries can start to feel daunting. But the impact of a sedentary lifestyle extends beyond the physical. Inactivity can sap your energy, dampen your mood, and even cloud your cognitive sharpness, making it harder to feel engaged with life. The good news is that staying active doesn't require a gym membership, expensive equipment, or an intense fitness regimen. What matters most is consistency and a willingness to incorporate gentle, purposeful movement into your daily life. Small, manageable activities, like walking to the mailbox, stretching while waiting for the kettle to boil, or doing a few chair-based exercises, can make a significant difference. These movements don't just strengthen muscles and bones. They also boost mood, enhance memory, and support mental clarity. For example, standing up and sitting down 10 times in a row from your favorite chair can improve leg strength and balance, while a short walk around the block can invigorate your senses and lift your spirits. Scientific studies underscore the profound benefits of regular movement for older adults. Research shows that even light physical activity, such as 20 minutes of walking daily, improves the risk of depression, improves sleep quality, and delays cognitive decline. Movement increases blood flow to the brain, promoting the release of endorphins that elevate mood and supporting neuroplasticity, which helps maintain cognitive function. It also strengthens the cardiovascular system, improves joint mobility, and enhances balance, reducing the risk of falls, a critical factor for maintaining independence. Consider the story of Eleanor, a 78-year-old widow living in a quiet suburban neighborhood. After her husband's passing, she rarely left the house, and her physical and emotional energy began to wane. Her knees ached, and she felt perpetually tired. One morning, she decided to walk to her mailbox, a small act that sparked a change. The next day, she did it again, and within weeks, she was walking around her block. These short walks didn't transform her life overnight, but they gave her something to look forward to each morning. She began to feel more awake, less anxious, and even proud of her body's resilience. Gentle movement is about more than physical health. It's about preserving your independence and connection to the world. Each step you take, whether it's a stroll to the corner or a few stretches in your living room, sends a powerful message to your body. I'm still here, and I still need you. These small acts of movement also create opportunities to engage with your surroundings. Waving to a neighbor, noticing the changing seasons, or hearing birdsong. These moments, however brief, remind you that you're part of a larger world, even when living alone. For those with limited mobility, chair-based exercises, gentle yoga, or even arm circles while seated can provide similar benefits. The key is to find movements that feel accessible and enjoyable, then make them a regular part of your routine. Ultimately, staying active is an investment in your future. It's about extending the years you can live independently, able to climb stairs, prepare your meals, or tend to your garden without assistance. It's also about nurturing your mental health, giving you the energy and clarity to enjoy life's small pleasures. So, move a little each day, not because anyone is watching, but because your body deserves to be cared for, and your spirit deserves to feel alive. Number 3, meaningful connection in small, steady doses. Living alone in later years can bring a profound sense of silence. Some days, this solitude feels like a gift, a chance to enjoy your own company without interruption. Other days, it can feel heavy, like an unspoken weight pressing on your heart. You might go hours or even days without hearing your name spoken or having a conversation. Even for those who cherish independence, prolonged isolation can erode emotional well-being, leading to feelings of loneliness or disconnection. The good news is that staying connected doesn't require a bustling social life or constant activity. It's about fostering small, meaningful interactions that remind you you're still seen, heard, and valued. Many people mistakenly believe that combating loneliness means filling their days with large gatherings or frequent social events. But for older adults, especially those living alone, connection is often most powerful in its simplest forms. A 5-minute phone call with a family member, a brief chat with a neighbor while retrieving the mail, or a friendly exchange with a cashier at the local grocery store can carry immense emotional weight. These moments, though fleeting, reaffirm your place in the world and provide a sense of belonging. Research backs this up. Studies show that older adults who maintain even minimal social contact experience stronger immune systems, lower rates of depression, and a reduced risk of cognitive decline, including dementia. These benefits stem from our fundamental need for human connection, which remains vital at any age. Consider the story of Richard, an 83-year-old widower living alone after his sons moved across the country. 4 months, his only interactions were brief exchanges during medical appointments. Feeling increasingly isolated, he took a small step. He left a note for a neighbor offering to collect their mail while they were away. This simple gesture led to a thank you conversation, which evolved into a weekly coffee meetup on their porch. It wasn't a grand social overhaul, but it gave Richard a reason to smile, someone to share stories with, and a sense of community. These small connections became a lifeline, proving that even modest interactions can fill the emotional gaps left by solitude. Building connections doesn't always mean reaching out to others. It can also mean inviting others to reach out to you. If there's someone you haven't spoken to in a while, a friend, a relative, or even a distant acquaintance, consider picking up the phone or sending a short note. If you wave to a neighbor from across the street, take a moment to stop and ask about their day. These small gestures not only brighten someone else's day but also nourish your emotional health. For those who feel hesitant or shy, shared activities can be a natural way to connect. Volunteering at a local library, joining a community gardening group, or even mentoring someone younger, whether by sharing stories or offering advice, can create a sense of purpose and belonging. These activities don't just combat loneliness. They remind you that your experiences and wisdom still hold value. Loneliness isn't defined by the number of people around you but by the quality of your connections. A single meaningful conversation can be more powerful than a room full of acquaintances. So, take a small step today. Call a friend, smile at a neighbor, or share a kind word with someone you meet. These moments of connection are like sparks that light up the quiet corners of your life, reminding you that, even in solitude, you are never truly alone. If you are still watching this video and finding these lessons useful, please comment number 2 below to let me know that you are still watching this video with me. Thank you for your valuable time. Number 4. A personal purpose that gives you a reason to get up. One of the most overlooked challenges of aging alone is the potential loss of purpose. When the demands of a career fade, children move away, or loved ones pass on, life can start to feel like it's lost its meaning. The house grows quiet, responsibilities dwindle, and it's easy to wonder if the most significant chapters of your life are behind you. This sense of purposelessness can be a silent thief, draining your motivation and leaving you feeling adrift. But here's a vital truth. Purpose doesn't retire, and it doesn't vanish with age or solitude. It simply evolves. And finding a new sense of purpose is one of the most powerful ways to enrich your life when living alone. Purpose doesn't need to be grandiose or celebrated by others. It doesn't require changing the world or earning recognition. Instead, it's about finding something that matters deeply to you. Something that gives you a reason to get out of bed, to engage with the day, and to feel a quiet sense of pride. This could be as simple as tending a small herb garden on your windowsill, writing letters to your grandchildren, or keeping a journal of your thoughts and memories. It might mean learning a new skill, like knitting or watercolor painting, or revisiting a passion you never had time for, like playing an instrument or reading classic literature. For some, purpose comes from small acts of kindness, calling a friend to check in, volunteering at a local animal shelter, or sharing stories with younger generations to pass down wisdom. Take the example of Samuel, a 79-year-old widower living in a small Michigan home. After his wife's passing, he struggled with a profound sense of emptiness. The days felt endless, and the silence was overwhelming. One day, while cleaning out his garage, he found an old typewriter tucked away in a dusty corner. On a whim, he brought it inside, cleaned it, and began typing memories. His time in the Navy, the day he met his wife, the birth of his daughter. At first, he wrote for himself, but over time, he realized these stories were a gift for his family, a way to preserve his legacy. The act of writing gave his days structure and meaning, transforming his solitude into a space for reflection and creativity. The house no longer felt so empty, and Samuel found a renewed sense of peace. Research supports the transformative power of purpose. Studies show that older adults with a sense of purpose, whether through hobbies, volunteering, or personal projects, experience lower stress levels, better mental health, and even increased life expectancy. Purpose provides a sense of direction, helping you move from merely existing to truly living. It adds a layer of dignity to your days, reminding you that your life still holds value, even if the audience is just yourself. Being alone can be an advantage here, offering the freedom to explore interests without external expectations. Maybe you've always wanted to try photography, learn a new recipe, or organize a collection of family photos. This is your time to experiment, to rediscover what brings you joy, and to build something meaningful, no matter how small it seems. If you are still watching this video and finding these lessons useful, please comment number 3 below to let me know that you are still watching this video with me. Thank you for your valuable time. Number 5. Embracing solitude as a space for self-discovery. When you find yourself living alone in your later years, the quiet can feel like an uninvited guest. The absence of familiar voices, whether from family, friends, or the daily bustle of a once active life, can create a stillness that feels unfamiliar, even unsettling. Yet, within this silence lies one of life's most profound opportunities. The chance to reconnect with yourself, to peel back the layers of roles and responsibilities that have defined you for decades, and to rediscover the person you are at your core. Solitude is not a punishment, nor is it an emptiness to be feared. It is a canvas, a vast, open space where you can explore your passions, reflect on your journey, and cultivate a deeper sense of self. This final habit is not about filling the silence with noise or distraction, but about learning to embrace it as a sacred opportunity for self-discovery, personal growth, and quiet joy. The first step in embracing solitude is to reframe how you view it. Society often portrays being alone as something to avoid, equating it with loneliness or isolation. But solitude, when approached with intention, is entirely different. It's a deliberate choice to spend time with yourself, free from external demands or expectations. It's a chance to ask, who am I when no one else is watching? What brings me joy, curiosity, or peace? These questions can unlock a world of possibilities. Perhaps you've always wanted to try meditation, to sit quietly and listen to the rhythm of your breath. Maybe you've longed to immerse yourself in classical music, letting its melodies stir memories or emotions you haven't explored in years. Or perhaps you've dreamed of reading poetry, gardening, or revisiting a hobby like painting or knitting that you set aside during busier times. Solitude offers the freedom to pursue these interests without judgment, interruption, or the need to justify your choices to anyone else. Scientific research highlights the transformative power of intentional solitude, particularly for older adults. Studies show that time spent in reflective or creative solitude can enhance emotional resilience, improve self-awareness, and reduce stress. For example, mindfulness practices, such as meditating for just 5 to 10 minutes daily, have been shown to lower cortisol levels, improve mood, and even support cognitive function by promoting neuroplasticity, the brain's ability to form new connections. Creative activities, like writing, drawing, or playing music, engage multiple regions of the brain, fostering problem-solving skills and emotional regulation. A 2019 study published in the Journals of Gerontology found that older adults who engaged in reflective solitude, through activities like journaling or meditation, reported higher levels of life satisfaction and lower rates of depression. These findings underscore that solitude, when used purposefully, is not just a way to pass time but a powerful tool for nurturing mental and emotional well-being. To illustrate the impact of embracing solitude, consider the story of Rose, an 84-year-old widow living in a small apartment after her husband's passing. For months, the silence of her home felt like a heavy weight, a constant reminder of her loss and the life she no longer lived. She struggled with a sense of purposelessness, unsure how to fill her days. One evening, feeling restless, she found an old notebook and began writing poetry, something she hadn't done since her teenage years. At first, her words were tentative, simple reflections on her day or memories of her childhood. But as she continued, she discovered a wellspring of emotions, stories, and insights she hadn't realized she carried. "I never knew I had so many words inside me," she later told a friend. Those quiet evenings became her sanctuary, a time to explore her inner world and give voice to her experiences. Over time, Rose compiled her poems into a small booklet, which she shared with her grandchildren, creating a meaningful connection across generations. Her solitude, once a source of sorrow, became a space for creativity, healing, and rediscovery. You can create similar moments of self-discovery in your own life, starting with small, manageable steps. Begin by carving out a dedicated time each day for solitude, even just 15 minutes, to engage in an activity that feels meaningful to you. Journaling is a powerful place to start. Try writing about your day, a cherished memory, or even a letter to your younger self, offering kindness and perspective from the vantage point of your current wisdom. If writing feels intimidating, consider other creative outlets. Sketch a scene from your window, knit a scarf, or arrange bouquets from your garden. These acts don't need to be masterpieces. Their value lies in the process, not the outcome. For those curious about new skills, solitude offers the perfect opportunity to learn. Explore online tutorials to try watercolor painting, pick up a harmonica, or study a subject like astronomy or literature. Many libraries offer free access to books, audiobooks, or even virtual classes, making it easier than ever to dive into something new. Solitude also invites reflection, a chance to celebrate your life's journey and the resilience that has carried you through. Set aside time to look through old photos, not just to reminisce but to honor the moments that shaped you. You might write down stories from your past, your first job, a memorable trip, or how you met a loved one, to share with family or simply to preserve for yourself. These acts of reflection can be profoundly grounding, helping you see your life as a rich tapestry of experiences that continue to hold meaning. Alternatively, try a gratitude practice. Each morning or evening, jot down 3 things you're thankful for, whether it's the warmth of your morning coffee, the sound of rain on your window, or a kind gesture from a neighbor. This simple habit can shift your perspective, transforming solitude from a space of absence to one of appreciation and presence. For those seeking a deeper connection to themselves, mindfulness or meditation can be a powerful tool. You don't need to be an expert to start. Just find a quiet spot, close your eyes, and focus on your breath for a few minutes. Apps like Calm or Headspace offer free guided meditations tailored for beginners, often with sessions as short as 5 minutes. If meditation feels too formal, try a savoring practice. Sit by a window with a cup of tea, noticing the details around you, the texture of the mug, the chirping of birds, the way the light falls. These moments of mindfulness help you stay present, turning ordinary moments into opportunities for peace and self-awareness. Embracing solitude also means letting go of the pressure to be constantly productive or socially engaged. It's about permitting yourself to enjoy your own company, to explore your thoughts, and to find joy in the quiet. Create small rituals that make solitude feel special. Light a candle while you read, set a beautiful table for your solo dinner, or play your favorite music as you tidy your space. These acts infuse your days with intention and beauty, reminding you that your life is still vibrant, even without an audience. For some, solitude might mean revisiting passions from years past. Perhaps dusting off a guitar you haven't played in decades or experimenting with recipes you've always wanted to try. For others, it might mean creating new traditions, like watching a sunrise each morning or keeping a dream journal to capture the stories your mind weaves at night. Importantly, embracing solitude doesn't mean isolating yourself from others. It's about balancing meaningful connections, as discussed in Habit 3, with time spent nurturing your inner world. By cultivating a rich inner life, you bring more authenticity and presence to your interactions with others, whether it's a phone call with a friend or a chat with a neighbor. Solitude and connection are not opposites. They complement each other, each making the other more meaningful. Consider another example. James, a 76-year-old retiree living alone in a rural cottage. After years of a demanding career, he found the transition to solitude jarring. The quiet felt like a void, and he struggled to find purpose. One day, he borrowed a book on birdwatching from the library, intrigued by the birds he saw in his backyard. What began as a casual observation turned into a passion. He started keeping a bird journal, noting species, behaviors, and even sketching their shapes. His solitary mornings became a time of wonder, filled with the excitement of spotting a new bird or learning its song. This hobby not only gave James a sense of purpose but also connected him to his community when he joined a local birdwatching group, blending solitude with occasional companionship. To find your purpose, start by asking yourself, what makes me feel alive? What's one thing I could do tomorrow that would bring me a sense of accomplishment or joy? It could be as simple as planting a flower, writing a poem, or calling a loved one to share a memory. These small acts create ripples, filling your days with intention and your heart with pride. Purpose transforms solitude from a challenge into an opportunity, a chance to craft a life that feels rich and meaningful, even in the quiet moments. Reflecting on these ideas, consider the stories we shared: Walter finding control in his morning rituals, Eleanor rediscovering pride through simple walks, Richard building connections with a neighbor, or Samuel finding peace through typing his memories. These real-life examples show that no matter your age or circumstances, you have the power to shape your days. Living alone doesn't mean living without purpose, joy, or connection. It's a chapter where you can redefine what matters to you, reclaim your